This review is presented by EVDANCE and D.
Okay, I'm in Oslo, Norway. Just landed, and we're out to do a little winter experience together with Tesla. We're going for a 2.5 hour drive up to Gol. There's a bit of mountains there, some skiing place. Then we will be driving on the ice. This one, which I'm very, very interested in. The new Model 3 Performance. Because in this one you can set and calibrate if you want all the power to go to the rear wheels or the front wheels or everything in between. So on the ice, that is something that we love. But now let's just get into comfort mode here. Drive it on the road, see how it feels, and compared to the Model Y, I think that this is the one that I would go for because I know that this is more dynamic. I like the Model Y Performance, really good performance in that one. And it just was sporty on a different level compared to the previous Model Y. So this one will be very, very interesting. Now it's snow and winter time, so we can't push it as we did with the Model Y Performance, but we will still be pushing it when we're out on the ice. So through the app, I've just preheated the car, the interior, and it goes very quickly. Took like 3 minutes and it was hot in here. I love the seats, very sporty. You sit tucked into them, almost like a little cup seat. I like the color of them. I like these big divided roofs that just lets in so much light. And I like the color of it. I think it looks good. Now, intuitive, easy system. Let's save this seating position for me. Quickly, you get into that. It's a little too hot here. I just need to change that. But now, just need to adjust the steering wheel. And how did you do that? Yeah, steering, here it is. And then you just go up and down. I think this is pretty easy. And I want to have it a bit more towards me. Now it's simple, simple. Very nice. So let's head off and just put the card and then you push that little slider to get into drive. And off we go. The steering wheel, I really like it. It's thick, it's nice. You just put your hands and they are like just cemented into that position that you want. A very racy position that is. I like that. And it should feel like that, especially when it is a car that has a lot of performance. So you got 460 horsepower. I wonder if it's supposed to be a bit down-tuned for the European market. I've had a lot of viewers saying that it's up towards 600 horsepower in it. It says here in Sweden 460 horsepower. It feels a lot quicker than 460 horsepower. I mean, in this one, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour is done in 3.1 seconds. Now that is blisteringly quick. Do you get fed up with it after a while?
And take the second exit.
Oh, she talks here. Maybe you do, but at the same time, in a car that is low, that is sporty, that is aimed to be driven a little harder, then that comes into play very well. And if you want to take it out to the track, well, everything is sharpened up in this one. I was about to take this one and set it head to head against the M3 CS. I had the Hyundai Ioniq 5N, did a good job, but I think that this one could maybe do just as good of a job. But maybe we'll try that out later or against something else. So first initial feel, of course it's quiet, it's nice. Now we're running on winter tires, but there is something about getting into a Tesla. Carefree, put the car there, bum, slide in that gear and just go. Simplicity in a nutshell. Everything is so quick in here as well. I mean, there's such a quick processor. You have all the menus here. If you want to get into the dynamics, you can do that. Acceleration, chill, standard, insane. Ride and handling, standard. It says it's set in sport. We don't need that. Steering, standard. Let's set everything into light now for this cruise. I think that will be the best setting. And it's also nicely displayed when you set up this view of someone's coming after you, someone is in front of you, reading out pedestrians, bicyclists, everything, but a little diffused and in a opacity way up here. You can see the navigation. Very good. This is one of these screens that has really set the trend for all other cars to mimic And it just become a standard or a norm for electric cars to have this one. And it works. People recognizes it. People have easy time using it. And I like it. I think it's good. You don't have any cluster down here, and that is nothing that really bothers me. Sometimes I like it. You have no cluster in front of you in Teslas here. That doesn't really bother me. I think all the information here is plenty. And you're also very focused on the road ahead, which is great. But sure, sometimes you would like to read out how much is my consumption, how much range do I have, and all of that.
Recommend you all to have a closer look at the portable EV charger 11 kilowatts from D. Easy to use with plug and play, no app needed, just a great built-in touchscreen that is simple to use. Comes with a non-slip carrying case, wall mount, cleaning cloth and adapters for regular wall sockets. Price from just over 100 euros with no additional fees for commonly used adapters. Check out their webpage through the link in the video descriptions. D, always putting its people first, reliable, accessible, affordable.
The steering is precise, even though I have it in its lightest setting. Very connected. You can feel that the dynamics in this one, it feels better. This is what I like. And all cars should be low, shouldn't sit too high. In the Model Y, you sit a little higher, even though that really impressed me with its handling, because you feel like you're sitting a bit awkward. You're sitting a little higher in a crossover way, and it's like everything feels very much underneath you. In this one, well, it feels like you're sitting in it, low and sporty. So for sporty driving, I understand that the dynamics of this one is supposed to be a lot better. Everyone has said that, and of course I understand that as well. But of course I need to make up my own opinion about that. And the acceleration in chill is just good. You can floor it, picks up speed in a very smooth way. And having that set in chill, the acceleration becomes really, really chill. It's not just like it puts off the power. It's like it's massaging up the power in some way. Hard to describe, but I really don't think that other cars, when they have a bit of a chill mode activated, that they do it in such a good way. So you can feel that the engines, the electric motors, are very, very well calibrated in Teslas. And if you want to cut the speed warning, you just push that one, but we can have it on. So, don't forget, because there's a lot of speeding cameras here. The climate control for now, just put it in auto, and then you just change how you want the air to be dispersed. I mean, this is nothing new, sits in a lot of cars. But once again, that direct feel that this car gives me in terms of feel, it just makes it so clear that everything works so good by touching, by altering everything here, that the absence of physical buttons is something that you don't really care about. And I just enjoy it that much, because it's a system that, even though you haven't seen a system like this before, you might just be used to a phone or something like that. Everything is so logical in this menu and how it's laid out. So you get quick into it and you learn it very quickly. And now we're driving past some fjords here in Norway, and they're so well known for those beautiful fjords. And in this weather, you can see the mountain tops, and then you can see the fjords down here. It's just magnificent. And the whole inspirational trip that we're going on here is to showcase how well these cars, battery cars, electric cars, and now Teslas, perform in winter when it's -5, 10 degrees, and also how capable they are on the ice and in the snow. So for customers that might not think that it doesn't, run that well during the winter, preheat and everything is just so good. It also picks up from the drivetrain and all the heat, the excessive heat, not just from the heat pump, to make the cabin a lot more warm, and also to make the battery more efficient when you want to drive for longer. And that is something that you really need when it's sub-zero. Okay, let's do a quick launch. Yeah, 0 to 100 in 3.1 seconds. You can feel that. Very well optimized, like no slip whatsoever. It just grips, even though we're on winter tires. Very, very well optimized. It's always fun doing that because you're quicker than most things. And I also like how downtoned this is. There is no fancy sounds that aligns up with the drive, which sometimes is fun. It has become a bit too much in many brands now, trying to elevate them and the feeling of the drive. You don't need it. You just need a little whoosh of that electric sound, which this one provides you with. So the maturity of that, well, it's in this one. It's mature. I like that. The brakes are also really, really good. You can feel that they bite. You do not need to push it that hard, and it still gives you very good feedback.
EVDANCE provides all types of chargers for your EV or plug-in hybrid car. Great portable chargers, powerful wall boxes, and accessories. EVDANCE, making EV charging seamless, efficient, and accessible for everyone. Buy your charger today and get 20% off with the code EVDSEW. Click the link below in the bio and get 20% discount. You can also find the products on Amazon store.
Alright, so we're setting off here in the Tesla Model Y. We're going for some drifting today. There is a little leash on the very end, but I think the balance is extremely controlled. So you need to be a bit more determined and work with the weight transfer. This one. New track, so we need to learn it. Just made a warm-up, and then you need to work with the weight transfer. But when the systems aren't really off, then you really need to know how much aggression you need to put into the acceleration. So this is just some kind of smooth laps that we need to do. Be very gentle on the throttle and almost hit the apex. But I mean, this is good control. I love the type of feel that you get in this car. It's good. I'm almost lapping the other ones here. So aggression, aggression, aggression. Keep in, keep the nose in. It's almost like you can go full throttle all the way, and you need to do that in this one. Good, 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 good. And you can let off, and then you get some friction, traction on the front again. It's a good balance in this car. And you sit a bit higher. As I said, I like the Model 3 a bit more because you get all the control of the body around you. But this is good. And when it starts to grip, you need to throttle your way out of it again. And this is the magnificent thing about an electric car. You can do that immediately because the inputs are like 80 milliseconds when you hit the throttle. Warmed up a little, and the safe thing about this car is just that leash. Getting out there, well, you can get it out there, but then the system starts working. But I think that when you're pointing this car right, then it is extremely well balanced. Then we get a little bit of understeer, so you need to be on it like that, cutting the apex. Here we go, here we go. That's what I like. I would like all the systems off, but let's stop moaning about that because there's another model that we can try that out in. This is just perfect. You're safe, but you're still very effective. So think about the input. Like that, like that, like that. Here we are, here we are, here we are. So more of a walls type of thing. You can't be too aggressive in the very end. But I think the balance is just great. It doesn't feel like you're sitting in an SUV, a 2-ton plus car. It is almost agile, like a little sports car, this one. Impressive. And that's just what I said when I drove it on the country roads. Fairly hard. I think that they've done a lot to this new performance. It is extremely impressive in that way. Good performance. Good performance. There is some special feeling driving an electric car once again on the ice. And just that small, minimal input on the throttle can get you out of trouble in a blink of an eye. Great car. All right, so it's a different story here. This is cool because you can trim it however you want. You can customize it with this race or track mode as it's called. And it's like a drift optimizer, this one. Works really, really well. And the balance of this one is even better. You sit low, you have everything around you in a very good way. This is a very predictable sports car. This is something that can be very effective on both these type of conditions, in these conditions, and on the dry racetrack. Phenomenal car. So we drift around like that. Like that, and then you let the weight transfer get back in. Such a balanced car. Phenomenal. Going a bit more wide. Doesn't matter, as long as you know your line.
Här är kallt.
Ja, den här går den här utgången här.
Snyggt.
This is cool. And here you need to slow down a little to get that swift momentum in and swing out the tail. That's the thing here, because it's such a tight, small slalom circuit, this one, but it's fun. So you're getting through the gates. Such a fun machine. Wow. Now we're getting all the way out. Look at this. You can keep the drift as wide as you want. And this is the freedom when the systems are able to be completely turned off. Here you can feel how the weight is really well distributed in this car. This does the trick. Just play along with the throttle and your steering input, and then you're there. Oh, it's a good car. It's a small ballerina, this one. Love it. Really good. They're so perfectly modulated, these motors in the Teslas. It's very unique in that way that you know exactly where to put your foot on the millimeter to get the most out of it. That is something that is extremely important in an electric car to really gradually get into. I don't know, this is so good. This is so good. Sometimes you lose a little focus when you need to talk at the same time, but we are managing that as well. No worries whatsoever. This is phenomenal. You know exactly where you have the car. The whole chassis is just there in the palm of your hand. Fantastic. Okie dokie, let's do it. So now we're in a big drifting oval here. Now this car has impressed all day. This is not a tougher course for it. You just flick that throttle and then you keep it in opposite lock. Such a good chassis, this one. Really good, and then you can just floor it out to straighten it out. What differs the throttle inputs and I think the engines in Teslas, because I said that when I was driving on the road, when you're driving chill, the acceleration is so smooth. It's not like just the power gets cut off, it's just so smooth. And then when you go to middle or insane, it's just there without being too hectic. So it's extremely well calibrated. And when you start drifting like this, well, then you know exactly where it is, as long as you know what you're doing, because you need to be quick with your steering inputs. I mean, you can do this all day because it's so fun and it's so balanced, and you become even more relaxed when you got your right setting set. So yeah, with this pack, with the track pack, this becomes a killer, both on the ice, like we're demonstrating today, and of course, I really think, on a dry surface as well. This is some sort of track car that works at a daily basis for your family and for your needs. I mean, this also proves how well you can drive this in the winter, how predictable it is, and how predictable the systems are as well. Fun.